Hey, what's happening, everybody? Rod J back again. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. This is week 2, episode 2 of the Beer Tuber Spotlight. And tonight I'm actually here with a man with not one but 2 channels. We got Eric from Eric's Beer Reviews and Eric and Lions Fan. We'll get into the whole breaking up of that in a little bit here as well. But you've seen him probably before on the Beer Flow show. He comes in. He's one of the guys we have on there with me and Todd and also Joe. And we're going to get into talking about his channel and some of the things he likes to do. And hopefully you guys will give him a look as well and check out some of the things he's talking about. So what's up, Eric? How you feeling tonight?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing good. Doing good. Long day of work. So beer is needed, as always.
Beer is definitely needed.
So I am actually drinking Schlafly Ella. This is one of their hop trial packs. So this was something I stumbled across at one of the breweries recently. And they take 4 hops and they put it in a different beer. So this is like the Ella Golden Ale highlighting the Ella hop. But I know you're drinking little Jamaican.
Ooh, yeah, I'm going to the country of Jamaica. I'm having a little red stripe.
You need some curry chicken.
I'm having a little red stripe, man.
So you've been doing beer reviews for how long now?
Oh, now, first when I was over at the Eric Lions Fan channel, which is now kind of primarily a sports channel, I've been, goodness, how long has it been? Almost 2 years? Yeah, 2 years. It'll be 2 years on 2 years right now, right about this time.
Okay. So you started it back out in 2015, and then you just recently went through a mass migration of going to how do I know this? Because I saw everyone hitting my feed that were getting moved over. And you went to Eric's Beer Reviews. And what was the meaning behind that? Why did you want to separate the channel?
Well, I thought that when I was doing the Eric Lions Fan stuff, you guys know, well, to some of you that don't know my channel content on the Eric Lions Fan channel, I do Detroit Tigers stuff. I do Detroit Lions stuff because I live in Michigan, number one, and I'm a bigger Tigers fan than I am a Lions fan. Although I pick up the Lions stuff. I do Michigan and Michigan State football stuff. I try to do the basketball stuff, even though I'm not a big basketball fan. And I did beer reviews on there. At first, I was like, it was going really well, and I was getting the subscribers coming on and all that. And I thought, it probably really should be a good idea if I separate the sports content from the beer content. And I went ahead and I did that right during the fall is when I did all those mass uploads. And I've got about 50, I think the last time I seen was like 54 subscribers on the Eric's Beer Reviews channel. And I've just hit 700 on the Eric Lions Fan channel. So I'm actually pretty surprised by the growth on the beer content. But the sports content has been really creeping slow. So I've been kind of to the point of like, hey, was that a good decision to do that? But I think in the short term, it's kind of going to be, at least on a sports channel end of it, it'll be really slow. But I think in the long run, it's going to be a good thing.
Well, kudos to your success on that. That's pretty good that you're getting the people up and running on the Eric's Beer channel already. So on Eric's Beer Reviews, so that's picking up steam. Now you're, like you said, you're in Michigan. You live like kind of in the Lansing area.
Yep, I'm just south of Lansing.
But you're not a State fan. You're a Wolverine fan.
Yeah. Everyone kind of looks at me like really funny because when I wear my Michigan gear, they're like, "What?"
I think you're walking into a lot of green and white jacket bars, I'm sure, so around your area.
Yeah, but I'm cordial about it. I'm not sometimes Michigan fans get perceived as arrogant and annoying and all that. I'm not one of those.
Maybe some of the personality of the coach a little bit, maybe.
I'm not spending the night at anybody's house, all right?
You got hardball like or whatever, so.
I'm not climbing trees.
So are you from Michigan or?
Born and raised here, yep. I'm not originally from where I'm at. I'm a little town about an hour away. Well, the drive's an hour away. I don't know if it's actually, not from a straight line being an hour away, but a little town, 700 people came up on the census, and I actually had to look that up to do a paper that I had to write way back in college, but that's another whole nother story. Whole nother story. Then I graduated. You know, I came up here at about 2011 with a house I bought in January of 11. So this year will be, goodness, what, 7 years in this house that I've been in here, and I've been here all my life. Well, other than 7 years, but Michigan all my life. Excuse me.
Yeah. Well, in some of your videos, you've shown some of the things around your house, so you definitely got a nice spread there. And I can definitely see a little bit of relaxing. I know you're not a fan of coyotes, so. And if you ever go out to Eric Lyons Fan to see his coyote video, you'll understand what I'm talking about there. So
I was more surprised than I was scared, because I was like, holy crap, they're like right over there.
Well, coyotes are curious too, so I mean, they're trying to figure out what's going on as well. Michigan, the Mitten State. I went to school at West Virginia, which was another hand state, but I'm not going to make that gesture, because if you're in West Virginia, you want to draw a map, it's easy to do, but it does use the use of one finger in particular, and sometimes people don't know what the hell you're doing. But I'm right here. Yeah. But around Michigan, obviously tons of breweries, tons of beer. I have that benefit of being here in the Cincinnati area, but with you, you got a lot of different stuff up there as well. Anything that's kind of your favorites that stand out on the beer scene?
I've actually liked the KBS from Founders. Well, Founders overall, I think, is pretty solid brewing company. Mm-hmm. I also like Bell's from around here. A lot of people like Arcadia. I haven't had a lot of their stuff, but from what the stuff I've had quite a good experience with. Some of the smaller breweries, there's Hideout, Paren, which is over in the Grand Rapids area. There's Detroit Brewing. There's Old Nation, which is in Williamston, which is east of Lansing, which I don't know. Some of you guys may know M43, their New England IPA. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I know it's big around here. I don't know how much
it's growing. I know about it down here in Cincinnati as well.
Yeah, and then there's some of the other local breweries, which I'm going to get to, is the Lansing Brewing Company. And I've done a couple on my Eric Lyons Fan channel. I think I might have ported them over. Was Bad Brewing, which is in Mason, which is right where I work. It's like a 2-minute drive, and I'm at a brewery. So yeah, I mean, usually, really around here. Speaking of the brewery, every little town has a brewery. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's the size of Lansing or Detroit, or all the way down to kind of my little town. They were thinking about at one point putting a brewery in there, but the taxes were just astronomical, so they never put it in there. But usually every town and city usually has at least one brewery in it. Yeah.
How many do you think you probably have around your area? You ever try to figure it out at all?
I really haven't. I know of at least 4. They're within a 15-minute drive.
I was going to say probably like in a 50-mile vicinity. If you drew a circle around your house, you probably hit a lot of different breweries in that span.
Yeah.
Yeah. How far are you from Frankenmuth?
From where I'm at, it's going to be about a 2.5 hour drive. More like 3 really, because I've been there. Me and my father went up fishing, and it was about a 3-hour drive.
Okay. I had a few friends bring back a beer from them before, and it's a good beer up there. And of course, it's like a Christmas city too, I guess. So around the holidays, I'm sure they do a lot of different Christmas type stuff.
Yeah, if you head up that way, it's all year round Christmas up there. Yeah.
So when people take a look at your channel, what do you try to do on your channel? What are you trying to entertain them with? You have the sports channel for the Eric Lyons Fan, but you're doing the beer channel. What kind of beer things are you? I know you're doing the beer reviews, or are you trying to do other stuff on there too? Or you're kind of I know you want your channel to be more interactive. So what can people do, or what's they expect checking out your channel?
Well, you can see all this kind of the yellow fizzy stuff. Because I try to do a broad spectrum of things. I try to do the bourbon barrel aged stuff. I try to do the amber ales. I try to do the porters. Try to do the American adjunct lagers, the malt liquors. Pretty much a wide range of a beer that I try to do. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I kind of do a couple of live reviews using the YouTube app. Some of the descriptions I'll put down. I'm using the YouTube app. Trying to do more live stuff. Trying to be more interactive with my fan base, my subscribers, and the viewers. try to get some interaction, try to get feedback, try to get, hey, you might want to try this beer if it's in your area, or hey, do a Mickey's or a Old English, or kind of, just try to get, some kind of interaction with the fans to try to push me in a direction, not really push me in a direction, that's kind of the wrong term, to try to make me try beers that I may not be able to get, or maybe a style I may not be able to find very easily, like Belgian ales. Or they're few and far between up here, really. I mean, I can grab them, but I really got to hunt for them. And on the sports channel side of it, I try to do, like the sports content. I'm a pretty black and white when it comes to the Lions. I mean, well, it's the Detroit Lions, so what are you gonna, the perennial losers of the NFL? But
at least you get the Browns trying to get that record right now, so you're in good shape.
Yeah. God, please, Cleveland, please win, please. But like for the Erica Lions fan sports channel, I'm trying to do more, more of the sports related content, more of the. I don't try to do any really rant videos unless something really kind of irks me to the point of I have to kind of to do that sort of kind of content, which that brings in quite a bit of views actually.
Yeah.
Subscriber count goes up as well, unfortunately, but they kind of like that. I don't know, that kind of the drama part of that channel, but on the Erica Lions fan channel, I just try to try to see the game how I see it and report on the game as I report it. And some people like it, and as of all channels, people are going to like it and people are not going to like it. So
yeah,
that's pretty much the two contrasting styles of the channels.
Okay. Hey, you're doing most of your stuff. I know you do on YouTube, but I know you do some stuff on Twitter, messing around. Are you doing other stuff on other social media that people can get at you? Or are you doing anything like on Facebook? Or are you doing anything on Instagram? Just so people can check you out and stuff.
I'm not really big on social media, although I don't kind of present myself that way on the social media. But if you guys want to follow me on the social media, I do have a Twitter account. It's at Erica Lions Fan, kind of like I do the YouTube channel. It's kind of how I started the stuff. I'll put my beer reviews up there, and I'm going to try to start putting some more of the sports related content out there. The Facebook stuff, I got to get a Facebook account set up for the Eric's beer review stuff, and I may not do that for the sports content. I'm still kind of debating on whether they're going to do that yet, but I really probably should get an Instagram account, which I don't have right at the moment. Yeah. But I've never been really big on the social media aspect of it.
I'll say it's tough to keep up on a lot of that stuff, because even for me, like I have the Instagram, but I have a good amount of followers, but I don't get to post pictures of them because I'm doing everything on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook and stuff. So if you're looking that way, let me know. I'll help you out, show you some different tips and tricks along those lines. So if a person came to your house right now and they said, let's go to the best beer brewery around your area, taking out Founders, I know Founders will probably be the one you're going to choose. Which one would you take them to right now?
I might take them to Bell's.
Okay.
And Kalamazoo, Comstock area, which is on the west side of the state. Another good one around here. I could take them to Williamston to Old Nation Brewing. That's another kind of a good one. It kind of gets a good reputation around here. Probably one of the smaller breweries is Boatyard. They're also out of Kalamazoo.
Okay.
I'm hearing good things out of those guys. And there's one out of Ann Arbor that's kind of which one is that?
The Arbor Brewing?
You kind of brought me on the scene for them.
That's the one for Arbor, you're thinking?
Yeah, Arbor Brewing. Yep, I've heard. I haven't had a lot of their beers. Maybe one or two at the most, but I've liked what I've had from those guys.
Yeah, they're a pretty solid brewery. In fact, Arbor Brewing is the only American brewery, I believe, still that has an operation in India.
Oh, okay.
So kind of neat on that part. I don't know how they set that deal up, but I've met the owner of that brewery in the past, so we were going through some of that stuff. So some good beer. I was surprised I didn't hear Dark Horse. I know you like Dark Horse too.
Yeah, I could take him to Dark Horse too, which that's about only an hour drive from me.
Yeah.
In Marshall.
Yeah, so like I said, lots of choices up there. So I already know kind of the answer to it. So I should say again, not doing the first one, but favorite beer styles. What's your favorite beer style right now that you're really enjoying?
I'm actually, when I can get my hands on them, is the Belgian style ales.
Oh,
That
yeah, more
spiciness.
hey, all right. I thought for sure you
I like
bad junk.
Well, yeah, I like my Bud. I like my Bud Miller Cooler style beers. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm starting to come around to the Belgian style ales. I like that spiciness from the yeast or whatever they do with that beer. I'm not a big beer aficionado, but whatever they do to those Belgian ales, if they put spices in them or if it's just from the yeast coming out,
It's like for the yeast that's used and with the coriander.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, that's so good, so good.
I'm starting to rub off on you. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to always say, like, the monks got it down. So, I mean, they gave up the women, but they make a hell of a beer. So,
Oh, yeah.
So, what I like to do, I did this with Tanya, who was on our show last week.
Mm-hmm.
We play a little game. So, we played a game that's called Word Association.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you've ever done this before. A lot of times you might do when you're drinking or just game type stuff. I'll give you a word, and you just say the first word that pops in your head.
All right.
All right. So, let's say Founders Brewing.
Awesome.
Bells.
Awesome. Very, very, very good. I will say they're right neck and neck.
All right. Shorts Brewing.
Needs improvement.
Oh, that's a surprise. Great Lakes.
Oh, one of the best, the best brewery by far that I've had, along with the Avery Brewing that we done last week.
Yeah.
Just an awesome, outstanding brewery in the beer selection. They're very, very good.
So we're gonna go outside.
I know that's a little bit longer than one, but
we're gonna pull outstanding out as the words you like on that one.
Yeah, outstanding. Yeah.
What about Victory Brewing?
I haven't had a lot of their beers, but the first one I would come to is very good. I've had a lot of very good beers from those guys.
No, I know you haven't had much from them, but you just mentioned them, so we'll ask it. Avery Brewing.
Thumbs up.
Ballast Point.
Indeterminate. I haven't really had any of their. Well, I've only had one of their stuff. It was the Sea Monster.
Okay.
But I liked it, but I just haven't had enough to really get a good grip on the beer selection.
Goose Island.
A solid brewery. Solid.
Right. Budweiser.
Budweiser.
Don't think too much on this. Whatever pops in your head.
I know. I would say probably. Oh goodness.
Dumbfounded, maybe.
Yeah, dumbfounded. Yeah, and I kind of want to expand. I think dumbfounded is a good word on that because, the more or less all the big BMC companies, I think they can. And this is just coming from an American Adjunct Lager fan, obviously, but I think they can make craft beer stuff that's good that the consumer's going to purchase. But if they put that Budweiser or Bud Light or anything on it, people are going to go. They're just going to be snobs and be like, the hell is Anheuser-Busch trying to do? Are they trying to sell me crap under their name? I think they can do it. But yeah, dumbfounded is, I think, probably a good word because I think they can make the craft beer stuff along with their bread and butter stuff. It's just, I mean, I've had good stuff from them, like the 1933, the Amber Lager that they had. That was, I mean, a lot of people kind of were like, this is actually pretty good. So I know they can do it. It's just, I would kind of like to see some more stuff from those guys in the craft market.
I think that might be maybe why they're looking to buy some, as far as because they have trouble switching over the market where people will turn off on them, so they're trying to buy behind the scene probably.
Exactly. Yep.
Coors.
Favorite.
And Miller.
Miller Lite's my favorite beer. I'll put it that. Well, I'll say Lite.
What about Heineken?
Nasty.
You say nasty?
I don't like Heineken.
I didn't know you didn't like Heineken. Okay.
I don't like Heineken.
All right. Well, some interesting words there to go along with some of those breweries and everything. So obviously can't get them all out there when you got almost 5,600 of them, but like to just kind of see what things pop into people's heads and what their thoughts are on certain breweries, obviously. As far as upcoming stuff, any beers you're looking to search on or trying to find right now, you're looking to enjoy, anything that's kind of caught your eye out there?
I would kind of like to try the Goose Island stuff, at least the 17. They're kind of their variants. I've had the stout, which I thought was just excellent. I haven't had any stout that's even, at least in my opinion, hasn't beat that beer yet. I got a CBS in my refrigerator. I still got a review yet.
Well, you're up on me on that one. Don't drink that cold, Eric.
Don't drink it cold?
Drink that. Don't. Not that 25-hour bottle.
Well, I got to do my cold kind of
stuff. No, you don't want to do it cold. You'll be pissed because you paid that money on it. I'm just telling you.
I'm kind of, I don't know. I just like craft beer in general. Just anything that I get kind of catches my eye, I'll pick it up and I'll drink. Yeah. There hasn't been really a kind of a significant, excuse me, actual beer that I'm like, man, I'm going to kind of search that out. I just kind of go into the beer store and be like, oh, I'll try this, and I'll try this, walk around, and grab beer to me. If it comes to $15 or if it comes to $50, it doesn't matter to me as long as I'm trying to give my viewers an experience to try to go, oh, I might try that one.
All right. Any styles that actually have surprised you, that you actually are surprised you actually enjoyed more than you thought you would?
Bourbon barrel aged stuff.
So you thought first I thought it was just you would have liked it as much when you first got it?
And IPAs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, IPAs were when I first started to get into IPAs, I was just like, man, I don't know how anybody can enjoy the style of beer, but now as I've came along in my 2 years of doing the beer review stuff, I've actually come to appreciate the bitterness and the hoppiness of the beer.
Nice.
And the bourbon barrel stuff is the big, the alcohol punch that you get and the flavors that you can get for the bourbon barrel aged porter or stout.
Mm-hmm. Any styles that you can do without?
Sours.
I'm not a big sours fan.
No. What's that?
I said, have you tried a few of them or a good amount of them, and it's kind of just never been?
There was only one, and it was out of Denmark, I think is where it was. I don't know how they got that beer, but I tried it, and I was just like, it just overpowered everything else. It was just a sour taste, and it kind of turned me off to sours.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with some styles, depending on how it is. There's so many different types, and not all craft breweries are always great either. So sometimes there might be a miss on something. So let that deter you. There's different ones out there that like different things. I've had some that were overly tart, and I've had some that weren't as tart as I thought they were going to be. So It's kind of finding that balance in that range. But the fun thing about doing beer, kind of as a hobby or whatever, you get to try all these different things. You get to try to work your way through and up the chain, so to speak. So you really have some good fun with the beers. As far as like anything else about your channel, I know I was going to ask you. So, you always come on and you always doing your show and everything like that. So at the end of the show, you always do like the PSA when you're on our show and stuff on yours. How did that like evolve? Was that just something you felt like doing at one point? Is there anything that like kind of touched you in some way? You felt it was important to do that, to have that in the shows?
I kind of do that at the end of my shows because I really don't like to see, and this is just kind of my own personal preference, I just don't like to see people getting pulled over and, getting thrown in jail for something that they could have easily just said, if me and you were drinking, I could say, hey, Rod, can you take me home? You'd probably be like, hell yeah. I mean, I'm not, you're on, even if you were out of my way, you'd probably, drop me off at the house if I thought I couldn't, if I thought I had one too many kind of stuff. And that's the reason why. And another reason was one of my good friends who lives very close to me. He's been in jail twice for DUIs, and he goes, I would not suggest anybody ever go through that because it was the worst experience I've had. And even though he still, enjoys beer, he's not anywhere like he used to be.
Yeah.
And it kind of, I guess it kind of scared him a little bit to go through all that. And he has some stories all about that too, about, all that stuff. He said, I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah. I mean, I know people where it's kind of, I know some people that rebounded from it, but it definitely wrecked their lives at certain portions. And some people that were married or facing divorces, you're losing jobs and all kinds of stuff. So
yeah, you almost have to rebuild your life from that story.
Yeah. So it's something where you definitely have to, be conscious. You have to know your limits. You have to know when you need to stop and not do anything. And nowadays with Uber and what's the other one with the pink mustache?
I can see
Lyft,
it.
with Lyft. You got these.
Lyft. Yeah.
They'll pick you up and get you a ride, and mostly all kinds of places. Now, if you're out in rural Alabama, I don't know if they're going to come out to rural Alabama and pick you up. I mean, everybody's seen Deliverance at least once. So, but if you're in some of the more major areas, I'm sure you could probably get one with relative ease. And it's just not worth the risk to get out there and do that stuff.
Exactly.
But it's been great having you on here. Usually when these kind of things we run through and just a nice little quick update to a channel, and then people can go check you out and make sure, you check out Eric. 2 different channels. If you like the sports, Eric Lions fan. Now I'm getting all tongue-tied. And then if you like the beer, Eric's beer reviews, which you may end up doing other stuff on there too and everything. But then you got the gaming channel too.
I do have a gaming channel. If you guys are into gaming, which I haven't gotten everything up and around just yet. I still got to get a couple more components, man. I've dumped hell of a lot of money into that computer. But anyway, you can find me at the Fat Ugly Gamer channel.
It's original. It's original.
Yeah, it's original.
And
yeah, real original, right?
PC game. So, but I saw you got the operating software now and everything. So now it's kind of getting to that final stage. So, for you PC gamers, I don't know if you know what kind of games you're going to be playing yet. Have you decided, or what you usually like to play?
I really enjoyed when I had my PS4 before I sold it. I really enjoyed Battlefield.
PS4, man. We could be gaming right now.
I know, man. I know. But I sold it. I had to because I needed some cash. So sold it. But
that's a hardcore pawn.
No, actually, I sold it on Facebook of all things.
Yeah. Because Les, he's a hard deal. He's a hard negotiator. I've seen the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably be playing Battlefield 4. It's hard for me to figure out what kind of games I'm going to do on that channel yet because I'm just scratching the surface on PC gaming. Yeah, and I might do a little bit of coding stuff on there too. I haven't really figured it all out yet.
Hey, you do a little coding, get a little side gig on the computer too.
Yeah.
Do you usually do like because I think of people that usually do the computers. Some of them do like Call of Duty type stuff, but some people do like the Elder Scrolls and some of the things in game because so much more memory you have on the computer. Even though PS4 and Xbox Ones are essentially computers, a lot of people like to do it on the system for that. So I don't know if you ever mess around with that or anything, or not into fantasy stuff.
I haven't kind of dabbled into that just yet.
Okay. But a lot of good stuff. So you got like 3 different channels, which is crazy when to get the game channel. How do you get time to put stuff up there and everything?
Yeah, I might do it maybe like an hour or 2 at night. So maybe like at 10 o'clock to midnight or something like that. Or, I really haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do that yet. I still got to get the damn thing up and running yet.
Yeah. Well, I know for me, doing the PS4 right now takes some time to try to get stuff on that gaming channel, but with all the beer stuff and getting that uploaded. The good thing about the PS4, though, you can just stream it right from the system. That makes it a lot easier. So you're not really messing with anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, we appreciate you coming on here. And I say we like it's somebody else here with me, but I appreciate you coming on here. And me and the beer, that's the we, me and the beer. And as always, catch Eric on the show Thursday nights. We do Beer Flow. That's part of our cast. Me, him, Todd, Joe. This week, we'll actually be talking about Great Lakes. On the show and some other beer type news and everything. Maybe I'll come back with some bad jokes this week too. So just to lighten it up a little bit. That all being said, appreciate you guys watching this little video and go give Eric some likes and subscribe and check out his channel. Look forward to catching you guys next week. Who's it going to be? I have no idea. You have to wait to find out. That all being said, cheers. Keep drinking good craft beers. And remember, there's always time. Get your beer on.
Deuces, guys. Take care.
And we're out.